come to the main event of the evening. Would you please welcome into the arena from Chicago, Mike Evans.
Well, Mike Evans is from the tough streets of Chicago's South Side, where you don't go out alone in the daytime, let alone at night. He's 36, he weighs 19 stone 4 pounds. That's his wife Frankie beside him. She's ringside for all of his fights, and she says she's now his manager as well. Well, is this man a flabby no-hoper, like rather too many Bruno victims? We shall soon see. But remember, he did beat the formerly world-ranked Adilson Rodriguez in Rodriguez's home country, Brazil, knocked him out in 7 rounds in his last fight. Will he bring that kind of ambition to the ring here? We hope so.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Great Britain, Frank Bruno!
Well, he still gets a marvellous reception. More than just a boxer, of course. He's rather like a national institution, isn't he? He's 33 now, but time is running out. 3 times he's tried to become world heavyweight champion. 3 times he's failed. We know he hits and hits hard, but at the top level, he has been found wanting in the stamina department. But remember, against anything other than first division heavyweights, he's usually devastating. The heaviest ever, 17 stone, 10 pounds tonight, Bruno, as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Both of them well past their 30th birthday. Evans 36, Bruno 33. Bruno is the taller man, but look at that weight of Evans, 19 stone, 4 pounds. That's even heavier than for his last fight. And there's their records. Evans has had 235 rounds. Bruno is comparatively fresh at 153. Big knockout percentage for Bruno.
Contest by the British Boxing Board of Control are the steward in charge, Mr. Nipper Reid, the timekeeper, Mr. Jim Russell from Glasgow, and the referee, Mr. Dave Parris from London. My lords, ladies and gentlemen, live and exclusive throughout Great Britain and Europe on Sky Sports Big Time Boxing from Glasgow's famous Kelvin Hall International Sports Arena, it's Big Fight Time! Sponsored by Glasgow City Council and promoted by Frank Warren for Sports Network and Catherine Morrison, who proudly present an international heavyweight contest of 10 rounds, each of 3 minutes duration, between introducing the boxers. Firstly, in the red corner, wearing the red and black shorts and fighting from Chicago, USA. He weighs in at 19 stone, 4.5 pounds, and brings to the ring a professional record from 41 contests of 30 wins, 21 by way of KO, 10 losses and 1 draw. Would you please welcome to the ring this evening, and to Great Britain, Mike Evans.
Among those defeats, he's lasted the distance with Tony Tubbs, Tony Tucker and Michael Mora.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with the white and blue trim, from Great Britain, Britain's most popular professional boxer, weighing in at 17 stone, 10 pounds, and carrying a professional record from 42 contests of 38 wins, 37 by way of KO, with just 4 losses. He's the former undefeated heavyweight champion of Europe and 3 times challenger for the world heavyweight title. Would you please welcome to Scotland, Britain's very own Frank Bruno!
His first professional fight in Scotland, Frank Bruno, after all this time. The referee, Mr. Dave Parris, will now give his instructions to
to both boxers.
I'll give you instructions in the dressing room, so shake hands, boys. Good luck to your opponent.
Short and sweet. Well, Frank Bruno, among all those knockouts, he's had 13 first-round wins, 9 in the second round, 4 in the third round. 26 out of 38 inside 3 rounds. And the smart money says he might do the same tonight to Mike Evans. Let's see.
Well, Frank doesn't know what it's like to take it easy on these guys or to settle down and get a couple of rounds under his belt. He just walks straight out there and bludgeons these guys to the floor. You can be sure he'll be looking for the same performance tonight here.
Well, Evans calls himself Mighty Mike Evans, and at 19 stone 4 pounds, he's certainly that. Bruno has always had this stiff ramrod jab. He's a more composed boxer in recent times. Now, does Evans get quickly sickened by those punches and look for the easy way out, or does he make an argument of it?
Well, it'd be nice to see an argument for a couple of rounds, but when these guys feel the weight of Bruno's power, he's extremely heavy-handed. They just lose all the desire that they have, if they have any, and that's always been the question mark on most of these guys. Bruno's just stalking this guy, looking to cut the ring down and to whack him.
The usual way in for Bruno, the stiff left jab, followed by the big booming right hand. It's accounted for any number of victims, but not the 3 victims he most wanted when he fought for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's a great jab of Bruno's, followed by the right hand as well. Not much coming back from Evans.
Yeah, it's just survival tactics from Evans at the moment, moving around the ring, trying to weather the early storm. Bruno trying to get too close to the guy, should just be jabbing, finding his range, and using his long reach, smacking that jab out. He's trying to crowd him, he's trying to get weight on those punches from a distance.
Bruno made to miss with the right hand. Of course, Evans has been told that he won't get his purse until after the fight, and the British Boxing Board of Control will be monitoring the level of his performance. Coming in as a pretty late substitute for Ray Annis. Good right to the body, and he tumbles down, Evans. He was caught. Now, is he going to get up from that? Yes, he does. It's a left hook to the head. I think that did most of the damage there. Evans down in round 1. Last half a minute of the round. Bruno's closing in, looking for yet another early finish. Evans holds on for dear life. I don't think it's going to last that long, do you, this?
No, I feel pretty sure he's looking like he wants a way out already, so he didn't really want to get up from that count, so he probably thought about the Board of Control holding his purse. Good left hook, come back at Bruno. Well, hit Bruno off balance. I don't think he really hurt him.
Well, listen to the crowd response as Evans throws a punch at long last at the end of round 1. Live to the Calvin Hall in Glasgow, George Francis talking to Frank Bruno. He's already had Mike Evans down in round 1 like this.
Yeah, it was like a clubbing shot around the back of the head. This one here actually hit him around the back of the head, and he's pretty good at those, Frank, on the inside, but he got up. Thank God he continued, so here we have round 2.
Second round. And Bruno, will he finish the job in this second round? Evans has already lasted a bit longer than some of the more cynical forecasters at ringside predicted. Left hook was a good shot as well. Evans has only been stopped twice, though, in his long career. The most recent of those by Jorge Luis Gonzalez, who soon fights Riddick Bowe, the good Cuban.
And Evans did come back with a left hook at the end of the first. Mind you, it was the only punch he threw, so he's trying that again now. The best means of defense is attacking. Nobody ever told him that. He's got to keep this guy off him and try and throw a few more punches back. And for Bruno, it'll be good if he can go 3, 4, 5 rounds maybe. But I don't think this guy is going to be able to last that long.
Very one-sided second round. Bruno with a clubbing right hand. Down goes Evans again. Shakes his head. The count's at 5, 6. He's up at 6. It was the right hand this time.
Yeah, he took a good punch there, there's no doubt about that.
2 knockdowns. Oh, and a left hook back from Evans, who seems to have been stung into a bit of action at last. Well, he's heard what you were saying, Barry. He's decided to throw a bit of leather of his own to try to keep Bruno away from him, rather than just cowering there on the ropes and holding on for dear life.
Well, if he doesn't, he's going to get comatized pretty soon. Got to try and keep this guy off him.
At the moment, it looks simply a matter of time. Bruno looking to clear the path for a shot at the WBC heavyweight champion, Oliver McCall.
Yeah, this guy's putting up no resistance at all. He's getting tired now at this stage. And anytime he does punch back, he has success. He's hit Bruno with a few clubbing punches around the side. But he's got to start firing back to keep Bruno off him.
Second round, Evans has been down in both rounds so far. Bruno, who put up a pretty good performance against Lennox Lewis until he was stopped, suddenly fell apart. That's been the story too often, looking to take Evans apart with the body shots to bring the gloves down.
Yeah, and a good left hook back from Evans.
Well, Evans is still there, somehow.
Oh, good left hook.
Left hook. That's the third knockdown. Will it be the last? He's wincing, Evans, shaking his head. I don't know if he's going to get up this time. It's over. It's all over in the second round, and that was extremely predictable, it has to be said. The third knockdown was the last one, and Frank Bruno, with the minimum of trouble, dispatches the big overweight American. It didn't really tell us a thing about Bruno. We didn't know already that he can double up and dispatch opponents like Evans in double quick time. What we need to know really is whether he can go on and beat a world-class heavyweight like Oliver McCall.
Well, that's the difference, and here we see the end of it again. It didn't look a particularly devastating punch. It came around the side. He walked to his right and then to a little left hook, hit him on the square on the chin, so that was good enough. And the guy, we see it from a different angle here, he walks to the side and hits him, so it's a pretty solid punch all the same. And Evans didn't get up and didn't even look like he was going to get up. But as you say, Ian, you know, we have seen this so many times before. He needs to be able to get in there and get 4, 5, 6 rounds under his belt. And, you know, what sort of preparation is that for a world title fight?
Well, Frank Bruno, we'll be hearing from him a little bit later on. He hopes that Oliver McCall is next. Don't blame Frank Bruno for the ease with which he knocks over the opponents. He only can beat the men in front of him. It was, I'm afraid to say, all very predictable indeed. Mike Goodall will give us it officially with his ring microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 minutes and 5 seconds of the second round, the winner, I count out, Frank Bruno!
3 minutes and 5 seconds because they counted through the bell for the end of the round. So that was right. And so we'll talk to Frank Bruno right after this break.
No slip-ups in Glasgow. It's Bruno in 2. Next up, he hopes the world title. Frank Warren and Frank Bruno with Gary Norman at ringside.
Well, Frank, congratulations. Good job, well done, and a little bit longer than the last two.
Very, very much longer. I think it added up to the amount the last two lasted, but I'm glad to get that one out of the way because I got a world title fight in July, you know what I mean, in either Wembley or London somewhere, and it's nice to get that one out of the way, no cuts, no cut eyes or busted hands, you know?
You didn't really want that fight in the first place, did you? But it's, you know, it's preparation for the title.
You know what I mean? He wanted me to have another fight, and he's been good to me, so I took that fight. I had Ray Ellis at first, who was a very, very durable guy, and Ray Ellis went the distance with this guy, and it was a split decision, so it was nice to get, and it looked good on the record, beating him in the way I did. He was a little bit slippery, ducking and diving off the ropes and bobbing and weaving here, maybe look a little bit, you know, not ordinary, but, you know, make me look missing a little bit, but I caught up with him in the end.
Well, he's been round the block a few times, so he is cagey. But you eat guys like that for breakfast, don't you?
I don't think I eat guys like that for breakfast. I was sparring with some good guys, Terry Dunstan, Bigfoot, and Linwood Jones, you know, and it was very, very good. And I'd like to say thank you to Springs for looking after us.
No problem. Should we have a look at the finish? It was a beautiful left hook.
From Gary, cheers.
Just talk us through it.
I was trying to catch him with cleanies, get him down, but, you know, he was very tricky and slippery, and I had to get him behind these gloves, show him the jab a little bit, and then catch him. That's nice. And that weren't no messing around, you know, long distance sort of jab. But you had to watch him, you know. He's a tricky sort of guy. When you hit him, he came back at you. You know, he didn't come here to fall down, and he got hit with a proper shot. He weren't gesturing. And despite what people say, the guy Lennox Lewis is fighting, he's on paper he looks like a better record than what he had, Evans.
Yeah, I understand that.
Too many people have done that to him. Despite what people said in the press were knocking him, you know, he's a durable, tricky sort of guy. Look on his record, not too many guys have stopped him. And
I've seen it. He knocked out Addison Rodriguez in his last fight.
Very much
Let's
so.
bring in you, Frank. This world title fight with McCall, it's the one everyone in England wants to see.
That's it. There's just a few little things we've got to fine-tune, but it's going to be, I hope, 90% on July the 22nd in London, and this man is going to go and win the world title for Bruno. He's going to do it. I'm really believing in my heart he's going to beat Oliver McCall.
You've had the dream 3 times before. This time round, I think your dreaming is stronger than ever, isn't it?
Very, very stronger, you know what I mean? I'm getting much more experience, much more older, a little bit more heavier and a bit more positive. This guy was a slippery old guy today on the ropes and ducking and diving all over the place. Oliver McCall won't do that. He'll come straight at me. Oliver McCall is 16 stone 7. I think that's a bit too heavy for him, and I'm a stone and a half heavy. I can't wait for that fight. And hello to Laura, Nicola, Rachel and Franklin.
Franklin Jr.
Thank you, Franklin Jr.
You got a message for McCall?
McCall, you know, I can't wait for it to happen. I know he hasn't got no respect for me. As outside the ring, he's got respect for me, but in the ring, he ain't got no respect, and I hope he keeps that up and comes into the ring. I can't wait, because, you know, I'm going to knock him out.
Neither can we, mate. Congratulations and well done.
Nice to be on Sky, you know what I mean?
Nice to see you too.
Harry. Cheers, hello.
From Harry to Gary to Gary.
Yeah, Harry's in bed with his wife, I think.